What is going on, guys? Today we are here with another ranking video and we have bought the best attackers on FIFA 23. So in this video we will be ranking as many as possible. We've got quite a few to get through, as you can see, so it might be a long one, so strap yourself in and let's get on with the tier list. So I think the easiest measure for this, we'll start off with a few of the small ones. We'll then whack all the S tiers in, so it makes it a little bit more manageable. But as you can tell, there is some star-studded players right now. And now we're about a couple of weeks in. We've got our first FUT champs under the way. I think we kind of now get who's necessarily more meta, who's in everybody's teams, and who's just out of people's prices. We're looking at Ronaldo, we're looking at Pele. That's going to be the premium of premium. But we're going to start with an SBC that came out today. And also, if you think, hold on, there's left mids here, there may be a cam or something, they can all change into either a centre forward, striker, left wing, or right wing. So all of them are technically attackers in the game. Dan Zuma is coming up first, and the 85 explosive left mid is looking pretty tasty. He's coming in at 58,000 coins, and again, I have got rid of as well one of these tier lists. So we've got S, A, B, and C. I don't think there's a need for D with a lot of these attackers because we have picked the best of the best. So there is very little absolute fodder players here at this point in the game especially. But Dan Zuma's coming in. He's got an explosive work rate on him. He can go to controlled, so he's got a bit of both really. He's not necessarily the lengthy meta left mid, but he's an SBC. He's cheap. He's coming in quite nice. I'm going to personally put him in that A category. Now on to the next one. This is actually one of my fan favorite cards. It's going to be Nunez. He is a brilliant striker in this game, mainly because with an architect, he can be lengthy. And I thought, you know what, how good can that actually be? Well, rocking player of the month, Rashford, and he was doing okay. Rivals came along, was doing really well, getting a few goals, obviously linking up with Mbappe quite well. But then I went into FUT champs and he disappeared. So we went and bought the gold version of this card. He's coming in at 70,000 coins and he has done stunningly. I think as a 70k player or a 2.7k player, if you're looking for the gold, as both of them are exactly the same. For right now, he is 100% in that S category for a cheap beast. Will give you the results if you don't have hundreds and hundreds of thousands of coins to spend on a striker. Next up is a man that I just never thought I'd see in FIFA again. It is our man Peter Crouch, and honestly, he is so fantastic. He is a lengthy player, as you can imagine. Obviously, you're going to have to whack that Hunter on him, which would give you 82 pace, 92 shooting, and to be honest, as not necessarily a serious striker in terms of going against the Di Natales, the Ben Yedders, the Mbappes, he will actually do you somewhat of a service. Unfortunately, he will be priced out quite quickly. He's coming in at 86,000 coins. I think a couple weeks back he was going for 300 because people didn't realize the max was 350, and it wasn't necessarily that he was majorly extinct. But he's going to go in that B category for me. Next up is the man we was talking about, player of the month, Rashford. So this guy was coming in at 180,000 coins. His SBC is still there until the 30th of October, so plenty of time to finish him off. Honestly, I really enjoyed him in Rivals. I think the very first kind of couple of days he was out, he did absolutely fine. He's really decent on the ball. He manages to kind of get forward. He gets a couple of shots, but then all of a sudden, once now we've started to get the meta in there is going against players who are specifically looking for lengthy players. They're looking for the most explosive. That is where he really falls down. And personally, just can't keep up. I think maybe if he gets a higher rated card, then maybe yes, we could see him again, or at least until maybe lengthy isn't even nerfed or something else is brought in that makes these cards, the controlled, the explosive, just that little bit better. I'm going to put him in the B category for now because I do think in terms of price and obviously what he can do, I think it's not deserving of the A category just yet. Next up is a new hero into the game. Brolin is the Swedish FUT hero. Honestly, this guy, I've only seen him in draft right now and one FUT champs game, and he is absolutely fantastic. A very controlled player. He's got good pace, good shooting. He is coming in at 215, so still a high price in comparison, but for me, he has to be in that A category. So now we've got 5 in. we're going to do a little bit of difference. We're going to move the camera down so we're not kind of cluttering up the S category, and we're just going to whack in all of our S players and go through them one by one. So, we're over here. Let's get into it. So, Ben Yedder, S. Ben Yedder, S. We then look at Cantona, 100%. We then look at Eusebio, you know the drill. Janola's in there. Haaland, both versions are in there. We then have Hullet. We will again go through them and just kind of give a little bit of an explanation between them. We've got another line already. We then go for, where is R9? Pele. Oh my God, I didn't realize how many there was. This is where really you have got the top of the top in terms of strikers, and we will show you all of them in 1 second. Where on earth is R9? Have I missed him? Is he not even on this tier list? That is a joke. I might have to go back. Have I already put him in? How have I missed an R9? I swear he was in the list to go in. Right, we'll redo this. We'll get R9 in here because there may be a couple of players missing, but he definitely is in that list to go in. Right then, so we've got a bit more of a list here, as you can see. We've got R9 in here. Job is a good one. We could not have the absolute king of strikers not in this, and it is his mid version, so just running for a few. Ben Yedder, 5-star, 5-star. Oh no, I think he's 5-4 in fact, but again, just a striker that does need no introduction into the game. I'm trying to find his price here, but Ben Yedder most definitely is a card that just cannot be missed, gold or inform. His gold card's coming in at 12,000 coins. He's a 4-star, 5-star, and his inform is 106. What he can do is just absolutely brilliant stuff. Pele, another one, absolutely unreal. Mbappe is the best gold card you can get. R9 is the best striker you can get. CR7 still gives you what CR7 does. Cruyff is Cruyff. Cantona this year definitely looking for a big upgrade. Most definitely a big player that you can go for in this game in all versions as well. He is a controlled from default, and then he can go into lengthy, which just makes this card so much more viable. Same with Haaland, a lengthy striker. You can whack a hunter on him on any version, which makes him going to be a deadly card, especially if he keeps getting these upgrades every single other week. Janola, a 5-5, needing no introduction. Hullet now can be changed to a striker specifically, and again, even though he is technically an incredible mid, if you really wanted to, you could most definitely put him striker and he will do absolutely everything for you. Puskás, again, another icon that is just next level. Neymar, Messi, even though they don't necessarily get lengthy, what they lack in lengthy speed, dribbling, controlled or explosive run type, they are brilliant. Their shooting's still fantastic. Obviously more Messi's than Neymar's, but what they can bring to the table is still, as a forward, S category. Same as Di Natale. Again, another one. Henry this year has really impressed me. His base card was phenomenal. His mid card is even more so. You cannot argue with this card, and I think this could be one of the best years for Henry in terms of type at this moment in time if they don't nerf anything. Ronaldinho, Eusebio, Garrincha, Jarzinho, they're icons of upwards of over 2 million coins. There is always a reason why they're so much, and that is purely how good they actually are. And if you just saw the little cheeky Benzema at the bottom here, a lengthy player, can whack the hunter on him. Honestly, he's brilliant. You can play him either as a striker or you can play him as that little centre forward kind of cam role just behind, and again, he'll offer you so much more. The shooting's unreal from him. He has got the lengthy, which gives him that meta pace attribute, as well as then being able to put more chemistry styles on him. So get back into the tier list then. We also have a brand new hero here in Smolarek. Oh God, that just sounds bad. I sound like I've screwed that up. But the Polish Bundesliga striker is coming in at 305,000 coins. Again, unfortunately for him, I believe no lengthy can be added. So you are going to be wanting to whack that hunter on him unless there is Hawk. No, Hawk still doesn't do anything. So Hawk gives you that 95 pace, 90 shooting, 87 physical. Unfortunately, only a 3-star, but again, another striker with incredible pace, great shooting, very, very good dribbling, to be honest with him. Another high-rated, statted card, even though he's only 86 rated. Diego Forlan up next, another fantastic hero addition to the team. He's coming in at 369. You want to add that engine on him. He's a controlled sprinter with 90 pace, 89 dribbling, 84 passing. Again, another great addition to an ever-growing list of retired players that have been sensational in the game. And it's nice that we've got a list now that, yes, they don't have to be necessarily icon standard, but they still have that chance to be back in the game as a different card type. We then have a few of these golds. So let's wrap up these golds and see where we can put them and then get on to these specials, because we've already done all of the gold cards. If you want to check out that ranking video, go onto the channel. It's only, I think, a couple of weeks ago. So go check that out, as well as subscribing if you do enjoy this. and obviously, make sure you watch this video first. So let's just get the golds in. Anthony, honestly, to start with, unreal. Very quick, very nice on the dribble. Slowly getting away from the meta, and unfortunately, just not quite being there. Aubameyang is doing absolutely incredible. Coman, I'd put him in the B. I would say Jota, I think last time was in the B category. After actually giving him a go, I'm gonna give him the A. I think Felix this year, just not quite it. Jesus, how English of me. Jesus, actually, the start of the game, brilliant. But again, slowly coming out of the meta. Harry Kane, unfortunately, is going to go in there. Mane actually has two versions here. I think his one to watch, if I can find him on his tab here, is coming in. Where on earth even is Mane? There he is. Mane's coming in at 555,000 coins. Explosive. He's a good card. I personally wouldn't whack him in S at the moment. I would probably go with that A. And obviously his gold card's got to follow with that. But I think he definitely will start climbing down the ranks as we get better cards on that left mid. And if they don't sort anything with the lengthy, that is going to be the biggest problem. We have Rafael Leao, again, another unreal card. Son is 100% going in that S category again. Werner, again, is a very nice striker to start with, and then again, slowly he starts coming down the meta. He did get an inform, which is left mid. Again, a nice card, but I feel like he needs that little bit more of a bump because he's started so low on the golds. We need him a little bit higher to get him into that 86 category. Salah, I'm personally going to put Salah in S. I feel like he's probably one tier list away from being an A. Obviously, he's got an inform, which again, I don't know where his 91's gone. His 91 would be an S, and I'd probably say that 90 is an A if I didn't have this 91. So just as a compromise right now. And that is all of the all of the gold cards. We have got Suarez, who actually is a relatively nice card. I think that card is a pretty good service for the price. Sterling has been absolutely wonderful for me. Again, another great SBC that you can get done with the one-to-watch factor of being upgraded. I think for me, he has done an absolute service. Schick coming in the B category in comparison to all of these great strikers. As we can see, I think for me, he does a service and does definitely a big job, but I do think sometimes he will get overshadowed by a lot of these cards right here. And now we go on to the final remaining special cards. Abide Pele coming up next. And again, such a good card. Last year he was absolutely fire. This year is no difference. He's 505,000 coins. Explosive on his sprint style. A 4'4", 91 pace with his shooting. Good passing, great dribbling. Again, is a wonderful card to get into your team. A Hawk will give you 95 pace, 92 dribbling, and 70 physicality with the 88 shooting. So for me, a wonderful S tier card here. Van Persie is up next, and again, I think last year he definitely was a card that you could definitely rely on. His pace alone was absolutely brilliant. The only thing he's missing this year is that lengthy category, because if he had that, then honestly, he would be absolutely next level. I don't know if any other version, in fact, can go up into that, because it's... oh, well, I stand corrected. So his base card can only be controlled. His mid, which we have here, is lengthy. That is going to be fantastic. Unfortunately, though, as we know with Schick, he has got 83 pace on the base, and he is a control to start with and a lengthy with the Architect. So he won't get any bonus on, obviously, that pace, which can be the factor that really is annoying. His prime actually can't be lengthy either. So for that, we're going to go in A, because I feel like if he was naturally lengthy, then yes, that would be a wonderful card. Being able to get the 91 pace would be absolutely massive. Then we have Rude Voller, another new hero into the game, and again, a wonderful player here, and also a player that cannot go lengthy. So unfortunately, that would probably take this card to a next level, because he's already got the pace, already got the shooting. He just needed that little bit extra on the physicality, dribbling, all of that good stuff, and he would be absolutely dynamite. With the engine, 93 pace, 81 passing, 91 dribbling, he is definitely an S category sort of striker at this moment in time. 610,000 coins. He's going in there. Del P is up next, and this card, I've always loved him. The base, the prime, the mid, the moments have always been absolutely brilliant in this game. And again, is no difference. He's coming in at 650,000 coins. He is 85 pace, 90 shooting. He's got a 4-star, 5-star, which is always really nice in front of goal. So for me, he's most definitely got to be in that S category. Again, like a few of them, I feel like he will tend to drop as we get more special cards, if we start getting more of your Aubameyangs, your Manes, your Jotas as higher rateds. But for now, he is definitely in that S of the category. Figo is up next with his 630,000 price tag, a 90 right wing. Personally, I feel like he's normally way better than his cam. I do like him in a cam, but actually I have seen him on the wing, and even though he's 5'11", he definitely seems taller than that. 5'11", he normally is quite a stocky sort of type. He is a medium build, is it? Did he say that? Or is it an average body type? So yeah, so a little bit more on the stockier side compared to your lean wingers. But what he kind of lacks in terms of the body type, his pace, dribbling, and just overall control of the ball is normally actually really nice. He's going to go in that A category for right now, and then hopefully we can see a prime version soon, which is going to be 92 and in that S category. Next up is Fernando Torres, 700,000 coins. He is controlled on his sprint speed, and he again is another wonderful striker. He has 91 pace, 87 shooting, and you want to be whacking that hawk on him again to give him 92 shooting, 95 pace, and 79 on that physicality. Again, another quality striker going into the S category. Wayne Rooney is up next, and boy oh boy, this is a striker. So he is an 88 centre forward that can be lengthy, which makes absolutely zero sense that he's 5'9", and I'm pretty sure there's meant to be a height of like 6 foot and above, but this 88 is lengthy. He's coming in at 945,000 coins. He has to be in that S category purely on that basis that he's got the 90 pace already. He's got 90 shooting. We know his ability on the ball. A 3-star, 4-star, unfortunately, but he gets an 89 passing bonus and a 94 physical. Cam, centre forward striker. He is going to be a great addition to a team. Butra is up next with his 90 rated mid, coming in at 900 pretty much flat, 90 rated, 92 pace, 88 shooting, 91 dribbling, with obviously the 3-star, 5-star. The chem style people are going for is again that hawk with the 96 pace boost, 94 shooting, 74 passing physicality. He's going to go in that A for now. I feel like there's definitely arguments between both of them. I would say maybe you could have swapped Torres and Butra. For right now, I've always been okay with Butra, but the physicality kind of lack is just not quite enough, especially when he's 5'6". Normally always get pushed off the ball for me, but again, it depends on how you play with him. Drogba is hopefully, because I definitely want to give him a go. It's 845 at the moment. He is a lengthy striker as a default. This card could be absolutely crazy, and I really want to give him a go before they do anything in terms of tuning the game for this lengthy meta, because I feel like this guy is going to be dynamite in front. He is going to be an 87 that's lengthy, he's got an 89 that's lengthy, and then a 91 that will be lengthy, giving him the bonus to be able to put whatever chem style you want on him, which is either going to be engine, hunter, or That's pretty much the only two. Engine will give you that agility balance bonus and obviously a little bit more pace and passing. If you wanted to go out and out just pace and obviously shooting, Hunter will give you 93 pace, 95 shooting for your 850,000 coins. Kenny. He is the next player up at a 90 rated with great pace, shooting, dribbling. Not necessarily anything crazy on the physicals. He's 5'8 with a 4-star, 5-star. Normally a pretty solid striker at the start of the game. He is in that S category for me because I think naturally his ability on the ball is normally really good in game, as well as then having that explosive work rate, working it out, or sprint speed. He's going to have a different sort of style to your Haalands, to your CR7s. You're going to have to pass and move with him, especially on the one-on-ones. You're going to come up against a lot of Virgils, a lot of Koulibalys, Alabas, Militaos, and they will catch him over a long distance. So making sure that he's either really far ahead and going for them longer range shots, or obviously keeping the passing and moving and just teeing him off every time. That is personally the way I would use Kenny, and he will do you an absolute service. Georgie Best up next with 950,000 coins worth of his profit, his trade value. He is a 4-star, 4-star, explosive, and very, very similar to Messi. And I feel like you definitely cannot disagree. You look at the pace differences, obviously there is going to be huge, so you can whack the Hunter on him and just absolutely blow Messi out the water with the 98 pace, 94 shooting, if you should choose. That is pretty much the only chem style that you want for him, almost maxing out that pace, even without the lengthy. That's going to still do you a hell of a lot of good, especially at the start of the game. So S tier is a must for George Best, and I'm pretty sure his 88 would pretty much be there as well. Good Muller is a new icon into the game, an 89 rated, explosive, great pace, great shooting, good dribbling. I think he's got a good amount of composure, and he's a 4-star, 4-star coming into this game. Coming in at 1.3 mil. You have got to be careful with these sorts of players because new doesn't always mean better, but now we've had a couple of weeks, people would have now really clocked on if he really wasn't good in game, because really, if you've got a million, well, say 1.3 million card here, if he wasn't good, people wouldn't pay for a new card. Unless it was like a CR7 that just the stats were absolutely done out. He was an icon. People would pay anything for him. For a player that's brand new into the game, full of meta cards, he just wouldn't survive a week. He definitely would be dropped down a hell of a lot. For that, he's going in that S category. I'm going to give this card a go at some point because he does look nice, as well as that 94 coming in with some absolutely amazing stats as his prime. Eto is up next at 1.3 million coins. I always love an Eto on this game. He is quick. He has got the shooting, the passing, the dribbling, the physicality. He is just an all-round incredible striker in this game, and this is just no different. His base, his mid, his prime, his moments have always been fantastic, and I definitely want to get my hands on him. And we'll finish off today's video with the two French heroes in Papin and Govou. 86, 89 rated. Govou's coming in at 364k, a 4-star, 3-star with no ability to go into that lengthy. Was just double checking. He can go explosive, and again, I've used this card a couple of times now, and he has been absolutely incredible for me. He is a brilliant striker. He's definitely got to go in that A. And then his counterpart is 167k, obviously a couple ratings higher, but for me, does slightly a service, but not quite enough compared to Govou. Unfortunately, he is going to go in that B for right now. I definitely think you could have maybe an A/B, and Papin would be there. I don't think he's quite in the B, but I don't think he's enough in that A to put him there or warrant it. And that is it. That is the tier list for today. Hopefully in a month's time, when we come back to this, we'll see loads and loads of different cards coming in. Hopefully a lot of specials, a lot of different upgrades, and we'll also see if anybody goes up and down. I think what we'll do is we'll add all of the new cards in, so they're at the bottom, and pre-instill all of these cards here now, and then start moving them first, and then we can kind of see where we're at in terms of this, because it will change drastically throughout the weeks. Let me know down below if you agree, disagree, and also if there's any cards that I've missed, whack them in and put your opinion on which category they'd be. I know personally there's one that I just couldn't go back for, is the Aubameyang. what a card. That Champions League card is phenomenal. Unfortunately, we already did R9, and I only realized that right at the end. But the Aubameyang is definitely an S category. So let me know down below what you think. Make sure you do like and subscribe on this video, and I will catch you all next week for the midfielders. Make sure you're there, and I'll see you all for the next one. Peace.